0.93 set by that very special one, Usain St. Leopold. There's the lineup. Amani Maskell Beckers of Barbados in 1, Jaden Reed, Cayman Islands in 2, Zion Campbell, Bahamas 3, Shaquem McKay, Trinidad and Tobago in 4, Bryan Levell in 5, Sandra Davison, his Jamaican teammate in 6, Wanye Bell, British Virgin Islands in 7, and in lane 8, Nazia John of Grenada. Bryan Levell, fastest in the field at 20.53 seconds this season. Did that winning the Carifta Trials here in Kingston. Forego the 100 meters to focus on the 200 meters, of course, coming off double victory at the Jamaican High School Championships. And so he wanted to be rested for this one.
Has come down from the 4 hurdles and the 400 and the 200. After starting in class 3 in the 100 meters, has come back to those events with a plum. His times 10.21 last year, 20.53 this season. A double at the Jamaican High School Championships have marked him as a sprinter to watch. Was in the Big People's final at the Nationals last year with the big guns, and is showing that he deserves to be there.
In the 200 meters, the second fastest in this field, the Grenadian Nazia John missed the 100 meters because of flight issues, made it for the 200.
I wonder if he's a little bit tired from the flight delays. Has looked sluggish in the early going in his races and comes on down the stretch. 20.74 last year in the World Junior Championships in Nairobi, and at college in the States has come to represent his country in Kingston.
Normally the jet lag doesn't hit you on the first day, Hubert. It's like the second and third days that you really start to feel that fatigue start to set in. So you could be right, jet lag.
But
Zachary Evans, he a medalist in the 100 meters, was in the long jump as well. Sees himself on the screen here and his friends, and they enjoy the moment. They're on center stage in Kingston. These fans, quiet and contemplative. 200 will shake them up in a few minutes.
Of course, it's free to get into the bleachers, so if you're watching and you want to come down and get a piece of the action, there's still time. There's Sandra Davison, sub-21 man, anchor leg on the Jamaican 4x1 team that won gold in 39.15 last night.
National Junior 100 champion last year, and 20.90 for 200 this season.
Sandra Davison, some people says that he reminds them of the great Usain Bolt. His anchor leg was just so Bolt-like that people made that comparison. But it was a very good run by the Jamaican team last night, and Sandra Davison did a very good job on that anchor leg.
Lots of potential for Davidson. Told me he wants to get back to the World Juniors this year.
So many outstanding talents here in Jamaica in the boys sprints. Levell, of course, there's Nazia John. Spoke about him earlier, 20.79 in the World Under-20 semi-finals in Nairobi last year. Didn't get through to the final. Did make the 100 final in Nairobi, finishing in 7th position. And hoping to deliver a medal for Grenada here. Their medal hopes would have been hit Grenada when Jamora Alves came down with illness and out of 3 field events where she would have been favored to medal. There's Jaden Reed of the Cayman Islands, trains here in Jamaica at Jamaica College.
20.91 man. I think this distance between all of those he does, 100, 200, 400, is his best. Tight inside lane. He's a tall boy, but if he can negotiate the curve, he can get one. Here's Bryan Levell, the favorite, undefeated at 200 this season.
And he hopes to keep it that way. His one defeat at 100 meters came at the hands of the Carifta champion now, DeAndre Daly.
The under 17 and under 20 long
This race scheduled for 6:15. Just a minute away from that. The stadium announcer welcoming Kareem Street Thompson, still the long jump record holder. As we look at the lineup, Nazir John in lane number 8 representing Grenada. 20.79 personal best, second fastest in the field. There is Vanya Bell. We expected a British Virgin Islands athlete to be in this final, but we thought it would be Jalil Kroll. Bell has already finished 5th in the 100 final. Now looks to improve over 200. Sandra Davison, anchorman on Jamaica's winning team last night. 20.90 personal best, 21.26 in qualifying. Sandra Davison, he's looking for an individual medal here to go with relay gold. There's the favorite, 20.53 personal best, consistently under 21 seconds, 21.01 in qualifying. Shaquille McKay, 21.38 this season, 21.33 at his best, 21.46 in qualifying. Competitor 4.13. In lane number 3, the Bahamian, Zion Campbell, looking calm, unperturbed ahead of this final. The Bahamian in lane 3. Competitor 48. Then in lane number 2, 20.91 personal best, Jaden Reed of the Cayman Islands, 4th in the 100 meters. Badly wants to take home a medal for his country. And on the inside, in lane number 1, Maskell Beckles of Barbados, slowest into the final at 21.73.
Levell has looked the best in qualifying, balanced and easy, as the fastest time in the semis, 21.01.
Carifta record, once the world under 20 record, 19.93. Usain Bolt, forget about it. Final of the under 20 boys 200 meters.
I expect Levell here to get a fairly good start, but he has such a deceptive speed. You don't know how fast he's going until you're right beside him.
Set. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
Break at the start. Maskell Beckles of Barbados. Hands on head. I think he'll escape this one. I think all will be safe. Needs to calm down.
I think he actually just fell out. He didn't try to move out. I think he just fell. The starters are conferring with the reaction personnel, and then they're going to make their decision.
Green card it will be, as I suspected. She waves that green card most gracefully.
The starter has enormous powers of discretion
On your marks.
over a critical area of track and field racing, the start.
I think they weigh heavily the intention or perceived intention, and that factors into their decision.
Now Maskell Beckles of Barbados needs to compose himself, get ready for battle.
Set.
Off this time. Nazir John flew out in lane number 8. Bryan Levell is also running a brilliant curve, as his teammate Sandra Davison. The Bahamian Campbell going well on the inside. Levell in front. Davison chasing him. Jamaica win the 1-2. John gets bronze. Outside 21 seconds, which is really rare. for Jamaica, bronze for Grenada.
I think we've been treated to some fantastic performances here that we often forget that these athletes are actually not done with competition. Bryan Levell is possibly likely to be on the 4x4 team, so I don't know if he was maybe conserving a little bit, or the win was more important than records or fast times, just to get in front and get that win.
The wind blowing up the straightaway, harming the times at 200. Girls under 20 with Liston, and here with Levell, took care of business though. That's Nazio John, his best race of the sequence, third, 21.70. The wind harming the times. Davidson, 2.99, left-hand side, God-centered, second, and Bryan Levell bursts out to the blocks, covers the ground on his teammate in a flash, and heads into the grandstand straight away with the lead.
Came flying at the finish, Nazio John. Bryan Levell being hit by a strong wind down the stretch, staying tall, staying relaxed, staying composed, and easing home to Carifta Gold. Sandra Davison has an individual medal to go with relay gold last night, and Nazia John gets a bronze medal for his troubles. 21.18, 21.35, 21.70 the time for the medalist.
Minus 2.5 on the wind gauge. That tells all the story. This race was a sub-21 waiting to happen.
It sure was. Wow, the 200s are over, and we are so much closer to the end of Carifta 49. But sweet action still to come in the land of wood and water. Sweet jam down. 1-2 in the under 24s 200 meters, led by Bryan Levell.
He delivers on this leg. 400 champion record, removing the 47.33 previously held by Usain Bolt.
Miller, the other record holder, 400 hurdles on this team as well.
Both attend Calabar High School in Kingston, where Christopher Taylor went as well.
That man Cubby. Could they be plotting something special, the Jamaicans, this evening? The record has stood since 2012.
Paul Henry was in the 400 final as well for the Jamaicans. He's expected to be on this team, and maybe they go with a half-miler. Keandre Kelly, who won the 800 meters. Let's see how they decide. There is Robert Miller, the 400 hurdles champion and record holder, was also a bronze medalist in the 110 hurdles earlier today.
2012 in Bermuda, Ivan Henry, O'Keen Williams, Michael O'Hara, Devon Baker.
That was quite a team, you know. Devon Baker, a 46-6 man at that stage. Well, he wasn't quite 46-6 yet, to be honest, but he became that. Well, they're excited. They have another team in the final and another opportunity to challenge for a medal. Cameron Mathlin, the 400 silver medalist, 200 finalist, is on their team. He's done a lot of running over the last 3 days though. Let's see how much he has left in store. Sheer adrenaline may push him to help his team to a medal. The Bahamas out there as well.
They have Tiano Ferguson, Jakaria Wilson, Brandon Mackey, and Shivano Nixon lining up for them. No Guyana. Will be interesting to see if they show up in either of the under 20 races. They are scheduled to do so. Guyana having quite a meet.
Tiana Springer was withdrawn from the 200 final for under 20 girls. I wonder what that means for whether they go at 4x4. second in the series of 4x4 finals. Under 17 boys are up. It's their time to shine.
Macklin, individual medalists, already in these games.
Let's go TTO, they say. Under 20 boys 4x1 champions last night, Trinidad and Tobago. Kareem Chinapo won gold for them in the under 17 200 today. Tafari Waldron won a 5,000 gold medal in a 1-3 finish for Trinidad and Tobago. They've been good here in Grenada. Janae Gans started them off today in record fashion in the under 20 girls long jump final with a 6:50 performance. The Trinidad and Tobago team getting ready for battle. Turks and Caicos there as well. They are in lane number 8.
Ali Eliasu leading off for Turks and Caicos Islands.
Grenada, Turks and Caicos, Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica and Bahamas. Lanes 2 to 6. Set. Final of the under 17 boys 4x4. The Bahamas go out well. Tracked by the Jamaicans, Trinidad and Tobago moving well down the back straightaway too. Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, Bahamas, the big three go through 200 meters together. Looks like Francisco Williams, the 400 hurdles bronze medalist on the opening leg for Jamaica. Trinidad and Tobago right there, Bahamas right there. The Trinbagonians stepping ahead now and taking charge. Bahamas also coming through well. Trinidad and Tobago just ahead of Bahamas and Jamaica. This is good stuff. This is close racing. Grenada in 4th position. They want to remain close for Mathlin when he gets the baton, but look at this. For Grenada, they rush through to take the lead. Looks like Kimal Murray on this leg for Grenada. Now in 3rd position, Robert Miller, the 400 hurdles champion and record holder, takes over for Jamaica. Trinidad and Tobago in 2nd. Bahamas 3rd. Grenada now back in 4th place. Trinidad and Tobago with Cheslin Gordon stepping up now to take over from Robert Miller and Jamaica. Trinidad and Tobago just ahead of the Jamaicans. The Jamaicans have the 800 champion Keandre Kelly on this 3rd leg. Trinidad and Tobago right there with them. Remember, the Jamaicans have the 400 champion Bramwell on the anchor leg. What a fine race we have between Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago. The 800 man inches ahead for Jamaica. Trinidad and Tobago still fighting. Grenada are now in 3rd position. And I think Mathlin is on anchor. Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago. What a titanic battle in the under 17 boys 4x400. Now the baton is with the 400 champion and record holder Nicoy Bramwell. He has competition early, hot on his heels, has a look around him, sees what's happening behind, knows that the Trinidad and Tobago athlete is coming.
Corday Lewis there on anchor for Trinidad and Tobago.
Part of the Lewis twins, but Bramwell inches away for Jamaica. Steps on the accelerator, does the 400 under 17 record holder. He's making the gold medal save for Jamaica. Grenada will have a medal because Mathlin is on anchor. Whether it will be silver or bronze is to be seen. Jamaica will win gold outside the record. Bramwell shuts down. Trinidad and Tobago holds on with Lewis, and Mathlin runs a storming anchor to confirmed bronze for Grenada. Well, that was a marvelous race up until Nicoy Bramwell got the baton.
Great battle between Trinidad and Tobago and Jamaica all the way through up until that last 400. Not to be denied, that man Nicoy Bramwell took over and shut things down for Team Jamaica. Not quite record time for them, but a very, very fine run by these young men.
.321.92 for Grenada to get the bronze medal. They were always going to have a chance if Mathlin got the baton close enough, and he did.
And back-to-back relay gold medals for Bramwell.
Greetings and once again welcome back, guys, to the Track and Sprint Nation. To abide, if it is for the first time you are checking me out, kindly subscribe, like and share to my YouTube channel. And to my returning subscribers, I do want to say thank you very much for the love and support you are always giving unto me. Whereby today, guys, our video features the Carifta Games finals, focusing on the top tier youth sprinting talent from the Caribbean, specifically highlighting Jamaican dominance in the track and field event. And to abide, here we have got the key highlights onto the video. We have the under 20 boys 200-meter final, whereby the race features a standout athlete like Bryan Levell and Sandre Davidson. Bryan Levell secures the gold medal with a time of 21.18 seconds, with Sandre Davidson taking second place with 21.35 seconds, and Nazia John from Grenada taking bronze with 21.70 seconds. And to abide, here we note that strong winds measured at 2.5 significantly impacted the time, preventing a sub 21 second finish. Here again we have got the under 2017 boys 4x400-meter final, and to abide, a highly competitive relay race between Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago. Jamaican wins gold, driven by a strong anchor leg from 400-meter champion Nicoy Bramwell. Grenada takes the bronze medal after a storming anchor leg by Cameroon Mathlin. And to hereby the video, it provides a recap and analysis of the performances, whereby I just want to praise the Jamaican team's skill, the lack of pressure shown by the athletes, and just want to urge the government of Jamaica to continue supporting these young talents, mainly because they are doing great onto the track and field. And in this case, let's dive in on to other cases, whereby you might be asking yourself, why was the 200-meter time slower than expected? And the 200-meter for the under 20 boys final was slower than expected, primarily due to strong headwinds affecting the runners and the wind impact. The wind gauge recorded a reading of 2.5, which significantly hampered the athlete's ability to clock a sub 21 second finish. Here the race, it's noted that the wind was blowing directly up the straight away, making it difficult for the sprinters to maintain their typical pace despite their efforts. And again, what makes relay anchor leg so important? The anchor leg of a relay team is the final runner responsible for crossing the finish line, and it carries significant weight for several reasons, and one of them is the closing capacity, whereby, as seen in the under 17 boys 4x400-meter final, the anchor runner is often tasked with maintaining a lead or aggressively chasing down opponents to secure a podium spot. Nicoy Bramwell demonstrated this by effectively shutting down the race for Jamaica. And we have got the pressure management, whereby the anchor runner operates under intense pressure, knowing their performance determines the final outcome of the entire team's effort. They must remain composed and strategically pace their effort to maximize speed in the final meters. And we talk about the strategic importance, whereby coaches typically place their most reliable, fastest or most experienced sprinters in the position And in the video, you know, it highlights how crucial it was for Jamaica to have the 400-meter champion as the anchor, as he possessed the ability to accelerate and secure the gold medal. And for the decision making, the anchor runner must read the race in real time, observing rivals behind or ahead, and decide when to exert maximum effort to ensure victory or earn a medal. Yeah, so that's it. If you may have been asking yourself, and to it, how did a false start get managed onto the race? And during the under 20 boys 200-meter final, a potential false start occurred involving Pascal Barclays of Barbados, and here is how it was managed. There was the initial reaction whereby the race was stopped immediately after the break at the start, and the athletes were instructed to stand up. There is the evaluation whereby the official consulted with the reaction personnel to review the start and assess whether the movement was an intentional false start or an accidental stumble. The resolution onto it, ultimately the starter exercised their discretion and issued a green card, indicating that no disqualification was warranted, likely because the movement was viewed as an accidental slip rather than deliberate attempt to jump the gun. Yeah, so that's all about this amazing race that you have seen, and to each and every contestant that participated onto this race, I just want to give them a round of applause and congratulate them, mainly because they have done great. And yeah, as I said earlier on, may the government of Jamaica continue supporting these young talents and even the other talents and the track and field, you know, yeah, for these athletes, mainly because we want to see more of the Jamaican performance and even others from different countries. Yeah, so guys, this was the track nation, whereby I want to know what you think about onto the comment section about this race. Let's interact and know what you think, and mainly because your opinion does matters to us every day. Thank you very much, guys, for following up the video with me. I was your host, the Track Nation. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe, like and share to my YouTube channel. And to my returning subscribers, I do want to say thank you very much for the love and support you are always giving unto me. Always remember to link me up through my next videos. All I want to say is peace out there.